Yoga, Bombomti, Chini Tanchu,
I cannot really see you, but hello. I see it's a full house tonight. It's my pleasure to be here. My name is D. Renee Jackson. I am a judge in the Circuit Court of Cook County. And as Madam, I don't know, she has so many titles. I call her Madam Mayor, Madam Supervisor, but tonight we're here for the Township talk, okay? So we met some years ago when I was first running for judge. That would be back in 2014, 2015. And when we met, I had my own law practice. And I could give you a little, they wanted me to talk about my largest or my major accomplishment. I have a lot of them that I'm proud of, but the one I'll speak to you about this evening is how I started my law practice. So after law school, I thought that I would go back to corporate America and be a corporate attorney, but one day after I was sworn in, a friend called and gave me this, what I'm just gonna say is a wild set of facts. She was trying to explain to me why she didn't make my swearing in party. And after the wild set of facts, she said, so we want you to take the case. And I said, well, you do know my law license is still wet, like it hasn't even dried yet. But so, because she believed in me, she had been my legal secretary earlier in my career, about 6 days, 6, 7, less than 10 days after I was sworn in, I was sitting in federal court actually suing the city of Chicago in a discrimination matter. And so I looked at that as a sign for me from God in terms of what I should do with my career, that I should not go back to corporate America, that I should open up my own law firm and be a little closer to the people. So that's exactly what I did. So in my law firm, I represented, so that was an individual that had a lawsuit against the city of Chicago. And from there, a friend said, you know, I'm getting a divorce. Can you represent me? And again, I said, you know, I don't know anything about divorce. But I studied up and I went on and did it. So I incorporated family law matters into my law firm. I also have an intellectual property advanced law degree. The very first case I was able to use that in, I personally sued 24 defendants in federal court. And so sometimes I get booed when I tell this story because a lot of people love Beyonce. Anybody love Beyonce out there? Woo! Yes. Well, unfortunately, my client wrote a song where we alleged that Beyonce and Kelly Rowland and Destiny's Child and Sonya McDonald's infringed on.
And it was at that moment you got my attention. You say, Beyonce? I promise you, I bet you any amount of money, that's how she got Tiffany Haynes' attention. It was the style. It was the flash. It's the nanny. I know I ain't the only one. Who kind of thought of it. Maybe it was only me. But yeah, the nanny just popped in my mind. But listen, I'm trying to tell you, this judge does not mention winning anything. But she do mention that magical number, 24-25. Like when Tiffany said she won 24, she was 24-0, and she had just won another case, and now she was 25-0. I promise you, they just sound similar. They just sound like they kind of people, like they would run in the same circles. But that worries me, that concerns me, because they don't sound like they're on the level they should be. They should be on with the level that the judge should be on, but they on the level of what the Tiffany Haynes is on. If that makes sense to you. I promise you, if I ain't know what the fuck I was doing and I sued 25 defendants, including Beyonce, I'm going to say I sued and I won. Huh? You say you won, did you? Yes, I won. She's not mentioned winning any of these cases. And she is the final say, like the almighty. Not really. But this is somebody who really thought she was going to come up here and be the showstopper. And I'm just stopping because I'm confused. Was this the show? I don't know what this display was. You know what? That is a problem as well. This was supposed to be about the election. This supposed to be about some kind of election that's upcoming and stuff like that. Them stories she told, this whole presentation was definitely a Tiffany Henyard presentation on her level. And I'm concerned. I know this judge got her seat whenever this was. And she's still probably on the bench right now. That lady talking about she here for the people. She wanted to get close to the people. She wanted to because when you work for a corporate, you only getting paid through the corporation. She wanted to charge her own prices. Don't come at me with no bullshit. You trying to help people. You helping motherfuckers get divorced. You charging your own prices. You is not out here really helping the people. The people is poor. The people can't pay. So what people is you helping? Y'all just stick with this one. I think it's going to be interesting. I still have not watched the whole thing. But let's see what happens.
The name of that song is Let Me Cater to You. Anybody ever heard of Let Me Cater to You? Yes. And so that probably was one of my most major accomplishments because, again, it was just me, and they had very high-powered attorneys, okay? I eventually begged a friend that went to law school with me just to come and stand at the attorney podium with me so I wouldn't look like I was by myself. So that's one of my most major accomplishments. Thank you. And so after I practiced law for just about 10 years, I decided to run for judge. That's something that I wanted to do at the age of 12. I can't see if there are any young people in here, but but when I talk to young people, I try to talk to them about setting goals and trying to stay the course. But even if you can't stay the exact course, you know, you may have a little of this, but eventually, if you believe in yourself, you believe in your course, you will get there. So I knew at the age of 12 that I wanted to be a lawyer and a judge, and so after about 10 years of experience as an attorney, I launched my judicial campaign, and that was after I'd been in court one day, and I did not like what I saw, and I said, okay, it's time. And what did I see? I saw a need for diversity on the bench. Yes. And so that is what prompted me to start that day. I knew very little. My friends like Madam Tiffany can tell you that I was just out here trying to figure it out on my own.
This is what I mean by people who are similar. They are alike. I just want to say, the thing is nobody should be excluded from a job because of their race, okay? But besides that, what does it matter if I go to jail for 5 years if the judge is black or white? I have never in my life, I don't know if you saying to me that you're going to give me a lighter sentence because we both black. Now, if that's what you're saying, okay, but I don't think you're supposed to say stuff like that. I think that's illegal. I think you're supposed to keep that to yourself and just, you know. I just don't understand the thought, the sentiments in the courtroom. And a lot of other places, yes, but in the courtroom, I don't care what color the judge is. It depends on the person themselves. I need you to be a good person. I need you to not be vindictive. I need you to not be vengeful. I need you to be bipartisan, just to be an open person, to understand that life gets hard, to understand that people make decisions, and one decision should not ruin the rest of your life. Okay? That's what I need you to understand. Okay? I could be fucking blind and I still want you to fucking understand that shit right there. See how your color don't matter? But you know what? This has got to be the first judge that I've ever encountered that did not have training, that did not have any kind of support when they first got on the bench, that didn't have a lawyer, a judge's lawyer on staff, a staff lawyer, whatever the hell it is. You know, I'm shocked that she was just out there trying to figure it out, all the while actually doing the job, being a judge. I am so terrified. I promise you, Lord Jesus above, I never want to do any harm to anybody in this world. I want to live the life of the most peaceful person there is. If I have to ever become involved in the judicial system, knowing how your people down here handle it. Because this is not how it's supposed to go, but this is actually how it does go. Okay. I'm on my business, though. I got to stay far away from that. I apologize, Judge Dee Jakes. Whatever the hell her name was. I do not know what they said. I know it was Dee something. But yeah, I apologize, bro. Don't you send the Dalton police, because I don't know how intertwined and involved all of y'all is together. But I kind of feel like you, the pastor, the mayor, and her peoples is the goons. Is they the goons? I don't know. I just got questions, but I don't want to ask them questions because I don't want them to answer. Y'all, I'm not really asking questions. I'm just being nosy. I don't really want to know because y'all might be dangerous. All right.
I think most people in politics realize that, but I also think they appreciated and respected my quote-unquote hustle because I was just out here trying to figure out how I get this done for my people, all right? We need diversity on the bench.
I respect your hustle in my day, like when you was making music and you was out there trying to sell your DVDs, you know. I respect your hustle when, you know, your parents done passed away and you raising your siblings, got a full-time job and you going to college. Just trying to get into a career field. I respect your hustle. I respect your hustle when you can't even afford college, but you do some you done got all the books, you done studied all this, and you go sit for the exam because it's one of those you ain't got to go to college. I respect the hustle when it's an actual hustle. She was on the bench hustling. You say they respected your hustle. Okay, bro. No, that's not the same thing. I understand you trying to be down with the homies. You're trying to be one with the peoples. I understand that you're trying to have this rocky, triumph. I understand what she's going for. But the hustle mentality that she has, only because she's so well spoken and maybe who she knows, that's why she was able to carry it the way she went. But boo, no. I already can see the signs. I am already scared. I'm already worried. And you give me, I'm going to keep your application. I'll let you know. I mean, you almost got the job. But then you said, whatever it is, I don't know. I don't know. I think that of everybody. I'm just listening, though. I'm literally just listening to what she has conjured up. You listen to what the hell I conjure up. Listen, I say the same stuff over and over. I rage out a little bit. I yell. When I yell, I usually say the same things over and over. And I'm always saying I don't know nothing about nothing. Look what I conjure up, right? If I had to come up with a speech, I promise you, I would say different things. If I sat down, took the time. I'm not saying what she said was not well prepared. It is prepared, I assume. It's just not what you would prepare for this situation, in my opinion. My opinion, she was the kind of person that Tiffany Henyard would want to make sure she gets elected, stays close to, is just in connects with. She does seem like the type of person.
I did win my race in 2016. And I was sworn in December of 2016. And so most judges start in traffic court. And so from, I guess, yeah, I will. So most judges start in traffic court. And so I stayed in traffic court for just a little bit. And then I came out to the Markham Courthouse where I presided over family law cases, and then went back downtown to the Daily Center to continue doing family law cases. And currently, I am sitting in the Bridgeview Courthouse, still doing family law cases. I love my line of work. If you think back to my story, remember that friend that begged me to do her divorce? And see, you just never know where life is going to take you, and now I'm actually presiding over family law cases. I love this area of work because I get to help families, and to me, families are the nucleus of everything. Families can determine what you will be in this life and how you will be in this life, and I love helping children. Now, at this time, we all know, stop me when you want to ask me a question.
Yeah.
Bring it on in? Okay. All right.
The host and the guest star didn't even have a question to softball throw at her to kind of bring the shit back around. They was just as confused as everybody else as to what the fuck is we doing here? Judge, you write statements and briefs and decisions all day. You couldn't formulate one speech for this panel. This is Judge Dee Jakes. I swear to God, that just rhymes. I wish I remembered her name. I think she about to get off the stage, but I'm just amazed. I am just amazed. I think I could have been a judge. I see stuff like this and realize that I'm not just as smart. I won't disrespect her by saying that. But I'm just as smart by this lady. See how I lied? I said I wasn't going to say it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I could formulate these same thoughts. I couldn't go to school and memorize all of the shit that they be memorizing in order to pass the test that they be passing. But I promise you I could do their job. If you bypass all of the rest of the steps and you let me go right to go, I could have done better on this panel than she did if you would have told me the topic before I walked out there. I have no idea what the fuck she was here to do, but I hope she did it for you.
They didn't tell me to bring it on in.
Right.
It's like church.
It's not, huh?
It's like church. Sometimes if the song is real good, they keep going, and then the preacher don't get to preach. So, but you're doing well. You're doing it extremely
Well, I appreciate that. So then I'm going to hop right on into this current election. November 8th is a very important day, up and down the ballot. It's so important for our community to come out and vote. We cannot miss the opportunity to be heard. And when we don't vote, we are not heard. And it does us no good to complain after all of the votes have been tallied.
Okay. So if you give me two old, crazy, crotchety, don't know what the hell is going on people, right? I ain't gonna say no names. If you give me two of them and you tell me this is all I got to choose from, you telling me I still got to go out there and do something about it? I got to use my words because I feel like my words don't matter because I'm saying I don't want neither one of them. Can you give me something else? I don't want nothing to do with nothing like that. Neither one of those. Nope. I want a third choice. Can you give me? I want a fourth choice. Can you give me? I want a fifth. That's what I use with my words. But they don't give me nothing. They give me what they say is the best. And when I look at it, I obviously know they lying. I obviously know they lying. If you put Tiffany here and let me see. I don't know. See, I was going to be rude and disrespectful. Okay, everybody talked about it's another mayor who went to jail. Who was the other mayor? If you take that man, the other man mayor and Tiffany Hayes, and you put them on the ballot, knowing both of them done wrong, knowing both of them have done things, are you telling me that I still have to get out to the polls because my vote matters? At that point, I don't think my vote matters because I think you're forcing me to put something bad.
Up and down the ballot. There are 60 judges that are up for retention this time, and we are down the ballot. Will be the last thing that you vote for. We're asking you to vote yes for each of the 60 judges, but I'm sitting here tonight, so when I go out, people say, yeah, well, you're asking me to vote yes for all 60, but, you know, why should we take your word that we should vote yes for all 60 judges? Well, we want to make sure we keep the seasoned, experienced judges on the bench. And that's what we are as a group. We go from folks like me that were elected in 2016 all the way up to people that have been on the bench for 32 years. We want to make sure we keep all of the judges on the bench.
Yesterday, my girlfriend was trying to get me to do something, and she said, it's free. I said, motherfucker, so was the Kool-Aid. I think I'm dumb. I think I'm dumb often. Mostly when I talk to other people because of what she just said. People will use similar arguments on a regular basis. She said, we have to keep them on the bench. Why? Because they have tenure. Because they've been on the bench. Because they've been doing the job. Okay, listen. What if they're bad at their job? What if they're not good judges? Tiffany Henyard preaches about, why y'all talking about me now? Stop running your mouth. Vote me out at the elections. Y'all group all judges. I don't vote, so I don't know how these votes be set up. This might be a normal thing. They group all judges together. So you got 90 judges right now. 60 judges. Did she say 60? My ADHD. I don't remember that shit. My memory. I don't know. And you mean to tell me all of them deserve to be voted back into their seats because they bad? They go here. It's not one of them situations where they don't go here no more. That is the dumbest mentality I've ever seen. She is vouching for these people. She is telling you to do this, not knowing what kind of people they are. This person could go and vote and then go to court tomorrow and be sentenced to 20 years just because that judge owed a favor to somebody. What if? What if? You don't know. You have no idea. She said it. She literally said that. And didn't have any, like, I don't know. To me, it just doesn't make sense. But that's why I say it has to be me, because everybody who has these powerful positions and this money will wholeheartedly tell you this, that your vote matters, even when you're not voting on something that you want to vote on. Like, it doesn't matter because that's not what I want. That is no way going to affect me positively. And because they do stuff like this. Oh no, just put these people here. I'm telling you, these people are the best people. All the while, the people who are telling you this, like this judge right here, she's not living under the same rule and law that we live in. Not even a little bit. She has her own set. The DA from New York, who drove from the police, got into her garage, laid into the motherfuckers to let her know how fucking powerful. Bitch, who the fuck are you? Do you know who the fuck I am? How dare you? Then she had the audacity to skip jail, collect her $200, and go right back to go. Because she got on there and she said, I'm apologizing. I'm not going to go to court. I'm not going to have the record. You're not going to say anything to me about what I've done. I'm going to chastise myself. I'm going to go take all the classes that you all would have to. I'm not going to suffer those consequences, though. I'm not going to have the badge of shame like a record. I don't deserve that, but I have this platform. I'm a person of power. You will sit and listen to me tell you, I am sorry. I will be punished. The end. This shit was amazing to me. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. But I mean, that's how the world works. The only thing I can do is mind my business. I gotta shut up. It don't matter that I don't understand. I am a nobody. I have no opinion that matters. And I know such. I know this. Because if I did that, if I did that. I hope y'all seen that.
But my punch number is $2.99. Thank you. And so since they are reining me in, I will just ask if there are any questions.
What can we look forward to in this election once you re-win your seat?
Well, just for the judges personally, I think you can look forward to having some consistency in the judiciary. And as we all know, the big talk is the Safety Act, which I cannot give any opinions on. They really make it difficult for judges to come out and participate in conversations in a certain way. But what I can say is that it's a really long act. You know, get some popcorn or your coffee, whatever it is that encourages you to start a book and sit there until you finish it. Do that with this act. Read it from start to finish so that you know for yourself personally what is involved in the act. And it's not just everything that is being promoted on television. You know, maybe we can ask Madam Supervisor if she could somehow make that available to the township so that people can read it from start to finish.
Yes, definitely. We'll put it on our website.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Y'all can give it a round of applause. Make sure you go out and vote. You can early vote now.
Great job.
What was the question she was answering?
And vote the rest of this week. And then also, don't forget, if you do not early vote, go out on November 8th to your polling place and make sure you vote for Judge D. Renee. She is available for a conversation. So if you're still here, just grab her along the way if you got any questions.
Okay, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You'll be texting that.
Okay. Thank you very much for keeping me on task. Good
If
night,
you see him
everyone.
in traffic court, pray for
Well,
me.
no, only in family law.
Okay.
Are we going to Let's Go?
Okay, thank you.
All right, do we have Let's Go vote?
He's in the call. I'm trying to get him unmuted. He won't unmute. I have multiple times.
You know, I ain't shit. I thought I was going to be done, or at least a third. I was confident. I was cocky a little bit. I was like, no, I think one segment for each of the people. If y'all got to this point, I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend, especially if it's over now, because it might take me forever to post this. I like the little comment about when you see me in traffic court. that just further piques my suspicions. I don't know. I be getting all the wrong things. It wasn't intended for none of the stuff, I'm sure, that I got out of this. But I wouldn't go to the voting polls at all after being at this speech. And we ain't even made it through the whole speech. We still having technical difficulties. I don't even know if we're going to make it through the technical difficulties. I don't even know if it's a second guess. And this is already a part 2. You let me know if you're concerned any or if I'm by myself. Maybe I'm just weird. Okay. All right. I think we done with Judge D.D. Jakes. And we going to move on to the next one. And I'm going to try to I'm going to try to just watch peacefully. And we're going to just talk about who in the hell Tiffany Hayes has surrounded herself with. All right, y'all. Bye.